How's it going, everybody? So today I wanted to make my own homemade deck, and I decided on this Mortar Graveyard Freeze deck. It's kind of cheese, but in a good way. Like, you actually have to kind of think about your play a little bit, and then sometimes you can just get a nice little Graveyard Freeze to win the game automatically if they use their spells or don't have a perfect response. So he's got Musketeer. Okay, that's kind of bad for me. He's got Pump. Oh, no, it's Pump, though. I gotta go all in here. I don't have a big spell. That is one downside to this deck. We do not have a big spell, but he does have Cannoneer, so this is kind of fine. The Skellies should get me a decent bit of damage. Oh, man, this isn't going to be enough damage to be worth it, though, is it? Yeah, this is going to be a matchup that is going to be miserable. So he's got the version with Musketeer, so the arrows are okay, but they're not great. If he had archers, of course, arrows would be a little bit more valuable, but he's probably just going to cycle back around to another pump, and I'm going to be absolutely screwed. Oh, man, already he's back to one. This is not good. We do have Cannon Cart. Cannon Cart's very good against Expo, but I was actually debating on Knight or Guards in this deck. I was going back and forth. I was like, which one should I have? Like, which one's going to give me more value? And I decided on the Guards, and now we're facing Expo, so this is not ideal, but I'm not going to give up hope. He doesn't know we have Cannon Carts. We can easily defend this first Expo here, which is good, but as soon as we get to the second, third, fourth, fifth Expos, and he starts predicting them, oh, man, it's going to be a bit rough. I'm going to have to play the best defense of my life, so it's going to be an interesting game, to say the least. I don't know how this is even going to go. Like, I know Freeze is a bit useless in this matchup because he has so many cheap cards. He goes for another pump. Good grief. I'm going to Guards to predict the Musketeer. Okay, we do catch that. And then I can arrows of both of those pumps right there. You know what? Oh no, oh no, oh no, I got evil archers. I got archers, I mean, for the Skellies. Okay, get the archers down for the Skellies. That's fine. Wait, what? How did the Skellies die? Hello? That was crazy. I don't even know what killed them. Okay, I guess. I guess I wasted my archers, but that kind of sucks that I wasted the archers. But at the same time, I don't know how in the world I'm not having to defend those Evo Skellies right there. Dang, did Evo Skellies really fall off that hard? Maybe they did. Okay, so this is not ideal. I'm just going to cycle my Mega at the back and see what he wants to do. Oh, man, this is rough. I'm going to go Offensive Mortar. Okay, perfect. He does go for that, so I can Cannon Cart too, just to be a nuisance. I really want to arrows these pumps, dude, but I can't do that right now. So we just got to chill. He goes for another Knight. Oh, man, this is going to be rough. Mortar does not get on tower either. I can go Guard to the back. We can go Evil Archer, split the middle, and then I can go for the Mega on top of the Musketeer. That's good. And then I can Defensive Mortar. Oh, man, it's starting to feel like I'm going to get overwhelmed, but it's okay. We got to stay strong. I'm probably going to have to take a bit of damage at some point in this game. I guess we'll just go for the arrows. Actually, let's just go Cannon Cart in a second here, and then arrows. Yeah, whatever. He's going to spam in front of this, so I'm just going to arrows. He might go for the Expo again. He does, so I'm just going to archers. I might be cooked here. I'm going to freeze on 0. Please survive. Whew, okay, we're alive for now. He does go for the East Rid, so I've got to go for my guards. Bro, this is so stressful, guys. It's going to be, like, the most miserable overtime of my life right now. He goes for another pump. Okay, so we have to defend with our lives. I don't think there's much of a point to even trying to go for a graveyard, so I'm just going to cycle my Mega at the back, let that Fire Spirit get damage. He doesn't have a big spell, so we got to make use of that. So he probably is going to go Expo on the left-hand side. Yep, there it is. I'll go Mortar defensively. We're going to be patient because he's going to try and predict the archers like 5 times. Yep, there it is. And then I can just go for the archers over here. Okay. Guards on top. He's going to log. So I'm going to get my Mega Minion down right now, and then I might have to freeze potentially here. Yeah, I'm going to have to arrows this. Please die. Okay, that's fine. You know what? Could have been worse. I'm not mad about it. We're alive. That's all that matters. We have to let that kind of happen. Go for the Cannon Cart like this. He does go for the Knight, which is fine because I've got me Evil Archers in cycle. I think we can win this still. It's very far from over. Guards, he's going to log the Archers. Perfect. Okay, that's a good prediction. He's slowly but surely running out of pumps too. So the advantage that he has is slowly getting less and less and less. I'm going to go for my Mega Minion on top of the Knight, and that should be fine to clean that up right there. He goes for a Musketeer. I think we have the Defensive Mortar here because he's going to probably Expo. If he goes Pump again, I'm just going to Graveyard freeze his tower. He goes Expo. Okay, I'm going to Graveyard and then freeze his Expo in a second. I think it's time to utilize our freeze and hopefully get some good value out of it. Go for the arrows on top of this. Nice. We get quite a bit of damage, but now we have to worry about the defense on the counter push that's about to happen. So I'm going to cycle the Mega at the back. I'm going to get my Mortar down like this to the right to make sure all these units on the right have, aren't going to get to my tower. So I'm going to go for the Cannon Cart like this on the left. Okay, Guards on the right for the Evo Knights. That rhymes. Go for the Archers like this. This is going to be a difficult defense, but if I freeze, then I go Mega on top. The Archers should survive. That's good. He's probably going to log. I can Mortar on 0, please. Holy smokes, we barely get that Mortar down in time. That would have been a close lock potentially, but nice. Only 24 seconds. He's going to go for the Expo again, of course. Has no choice. So we'll go Cannon Cart right here. We're back to freeze and just one more card. No way we win this, right? I'm going to Defensive Graveyard. This is cringe, but I don't even care. I'm going to go for it. Go for the Archers like this because he's going to log the Graveyard. Perfect. And I can just go for my Guards like this right here, and we're we're going to win this game. I think Mortar on defense, we are going to do it, man. I'm still thinking about those Evo Skellies from earlier in the match and how they didn't get, you know, like the combination chain. Freeze for the victory, and we win a pump bow matchup. Holy smokes, that was miserable, but we did get the win, so that's all that matters at the end of the day. We beat a tough, you know, just an annoying deck to face. Like, I think we can all agree on that one. Somebody just commented literally like 5 minutes ago, and I saw it. They were like, remember how broken the Evo Bomber used to be? And I was like, dude, I remember. That was the most miserable card ever. You would just cycle as fast as humanly possible to Evo Bombers, and they would line up from anywhere on the map. It was crazy. That was definitely a time in Clash Royale. I don't even know. It was weird, for sure. You would literally be going for, you'd have to predict the Evo Bomber over and over and over and over, or you'd auto-lose the game. It was kind of insane. But just going to go for the arrows on top of this. He might have Giant Graveyard, it looks like, potentially. So I'm going to go arrows now. I've got my guards if he graveyards, of course. Wow, he actually does graveyard here. That's kind of insane for a first play. He does go for the air. Huh? Oh, no, you lost. You lost. Bro, he just played 10 elixir on my tower with both the spells. So now I'm going to drop 9 elixir on your tower and take most of it. Because, number 1, you have Cannoneer. Number 2, you have no spells. And that's going to be a ton of damage right there. Man, that might even be tower. No, not quite. He goes for the minions late to save his tower with about 500 HP left, 409. Beautiful counter push right there. Obviously, he didn't know I had Graveyard Freeze, but that is the beauty of this deck that we made. You know, I just slapped together some cards. It's like a semi-meta deck, but at the same time, I put in Freeze because I wanted to, you know, just catch people off guard for the memes and stuff. Because, you know what? You can't take a ladder seriously all the time. So just going to split my archers to the back. He does have arrows, so it's kind of pointless to play them all in one lane usually. I got to remember that later on in this game. I'm going to go Mortar on the right. I know this is like, why aren't you just going to Mortar on defense? Because he's going to bullet right there. Do it. Nice. Oh, let's go. That's a perfect prediction. And now he's going to have to spend a lot of elixir to defend that on the right-hand side, while I can just go guards on the left, and that should be an easy defense right there. Yep, beautiful. I don't know what he's going to do, so I'm just going to have my arrows ready. I think he's just kind of out of elixir, and he has to let that giant go, which is super duper duper good for me. I'm going to go graveyard on the right. I know it's aggressive, but this is fine because he doesn't really have a great response for it. So I'm just going to go graveyard, then I can arrows if he minions. That's my thought process right now. There's the minions. Beautiful. We get the arrows off on that. So he's going to have to play his spells, probably his own arrows on that, or snowball. One of the two. Holy smokes, that's a lot of graveyard damage. He does get some good damage with the guards, of course, but we can just go mortar here and then archers if he goes bowler. He's going to arrows the archers probably, though. If I archers, whatever, it's fine. We'll drop him down. It's going to DPS the bowler for the most part. He does arrows in time, so well played on that one, but it's all good. We still got plenty of time. I'm going to go for this, then graveyard the tower. Then I've also got my freeze and cycle. Oh, wow, he's witch. I didn't even think about the witch low-key. Freeze comes down. That should be able to kill the witch, which is super nice. Wait, that snowball. The arrows. No, if I could hit. Wow, English Hunter. If I could have hit the minions, that would have been so huge. But he's going to go for a giant graveyard here. Hold on. What if I do something kind of cringe and go for this mortar to kite back the giant all the way? He's going to arrows the... Oh, my gosh. No way this works. He's going to arrows the archers. He has to arrows the archers or he can't get it through on the tower. So I go for the guards after. Bro, there's no way we just cheesed him like that. He missed the arrows on the archers too. Good grief. That is actually kind of insane. So yeah, nothing he can do from this point on. We can just graveyard again if he wanted, then freeze both his towers, and then arrows if I need to. But the game's already over. Wow, what a funny way to end it. We just pull back the giants and then defend the graveyard with ease. Got our next match here against Slow from the Fringe Purple. I like this deck. It has some weird synergy with the Archer Evo. I think Mega Minion's really good and underrated right now, especially in a graveyard deck, because you have such high DPS for 3 elixir, and it's also like kind of annoying to take out, and always gets that 500 damage swipe on your tower if it's not touched. So I think it's kind of underrated, but he's going to go for the Musketeer. Oh, bro, 2.6, really? Ugh. I guess it could be Balloon still, so I'm not going to count that out. I would rather face Balloon probably. But just going to cycle my Mega at the back and see what he wants to do right here. Nope, it is 2.6. So just going to go guards on top of that Hog and the Ice Golem. Not too shabby, I guess. He's going to fireball that? Are you serious? I wish I could punish this, but I don't really have the great response or the great like counter push that I need. But I'm still going to graveyard. I don't care. We'll see what he wants to do. He's going to go for the Skeletons and then the Ice Golem, then just log probably, so I can't even really do anything, unfortunately. But no, that's actually so annoying. We get a little bit of damage, but nothing crazy. It's going to be very hard to win this game. It's going to be like a game where I need a multiple, you know, like a huge push type thing, like a graveyard, maybe a last second freeze after he logs, something along those lines to cheese him. He's probably going to cannon. That's kind of a bad cannon, though, because the card's going to come over. Hold up a second. He's already throwing. Let's go Mega like this. Then I can go guards potentially if he logs this. Wait, log, please. Log, please log. Wait a second. Hold on. No, he has no elixir. He has no Ice Golem either. Wait a second. I think we just have a chance to win now. He actually just sold so hard. Bro, there's no way. See, that's why you got to stay hyper aggressive and single elixir when your opponents are low elixir and make super big overcommits like like fireballing your guards and a mega minion. Like, come on, bro. It's single elixir. I get it if it's like last second, you need the damage, maybe get one hog hit to win the game, but that was crazy. I'm just going to cycle my archers in the back. He might fireball them again. I don't think he will, though, to be honest. He's going to get punished if he does with a cannon cart Evo Mortar at the river, basically. He does fireball them. Okay, so we're going to go cannon cart the back, and we're going to give him exactly what I just said I'm going to give him, and then probably go graveyard here. I got to be careful of the musketeer prediction. That's the only thing I'm kind of worried about right now. So I'm actually going to go for the mortar like this, and then we're just going to go for the mega on top of the musketeer. Perfect. That should take that out really quick. I can go for the arrows to make sure it dies, and that should be a lock on tower. Beautiful lock right there. He fireballs late, but the mortar gets that one shot, that one big shot that we needed, and then I can go for a graveyard freeze potentially here. I'm going to stay aggressive. Like, there's no point to wait. With this deck, you can get into an awkward cycle very easily, so if you stay hyper aggressive, it usually works out on the better side of things. Look at that. He doesn't expect to freeze, and bang, just like that, tower is completely down, and he's probably going to give up too. So perfect way to just beat a 2.6 player. You know, very, very, very annoying deck if you let it control the game, but if you take control of the game and do exactly what I just did, then things like this can happen. So very good win right there. We'll just go for the graveyard on the king tower and secure the victory right there, and then we'll hop into the next match once again here. We're up against Beast in the Jinx verse, which is kind of funny because I'm also in that clan on my other account. But we'll see what he wants to do right here. I don't know what he's playing. I'm just going to Mortar first play. I feel like it's pretty safe to do this, even if they have like a great response. He's got Cage, so I'm guessing it automatically recruits. That's what comes to mind every time I see a Cage. It's always recruits. So I'm just going to cycle my guards. It is recruits, of course. Let's go for the Mega Minion on the left-hand side to DPS this down. Go Archers to the right. Hopefully he doesn't arrows the Archers really fast. He arrows on the other side. That's good for me. I might even be able to counter push off this. Nah, I don't think so. That recruit's going to get a bit of damage, but nothing too insane. And yeah, pretty solid start to the game. We know his deck completely now. He doesn't know we have freeze. That's going to be a nice little win factor. We don't have the best response ever to the flying machine. We can definitely go for the mega minion on top of it, but of course it's going to be a bit difficult if he protects it well with recruits and pigs and whatever else he wants to drop down. So I'm going to think this through for a second. There's that. Actually, I'm going to go for the mortar because if this hits the zappies, then I can arrows them and kill it completely, which is super, super good. So I'm going to go for the arrows right now to kill the zappies, and then that gold knight's going to dash. We should get a lock on tower. Let me wait a second. Now go for the arrows because the mortar's going to shoot, and perfect. That's a lock on tower. Beautiful start to this game right here. We get the mortar shot as well. Not too bad. The barb's going to die, and I will take that like 400 damage lead. Yeah, about 400. Quick maths in the head right there. But just going to cycle Mega Mini in the back. I hope everyone's having a great June, bro. I mean, I can't believe it. That time's going by so fast. It feels so weird that it's already mid-June when it was just, you know, like the beginning of June a second ago. But just going to go graveyard here, pretty aggressive, but I'm just going to archers as well to make sure that flying machine dies. Wait a second. If that dies, we're in business. Oh my gosh, we're in such good business here. We can go for the guards up high. The graveyard's getting a ton of damage, about 1,500 or something on his tower, and then he's going to get like 500 damage probably on both my towers, but I don't care about these recruits too much. I'm going to let that kind of happen, and then, you know, it's all just going to fade away. So we have 1,000 HP lead. I cannot wait, dude. If I ever get to 100,000, bro, I swear it's going to be like the greatest day ever. I'll just be so happy to just see that number on my screen and be like, wow, we really built this like year after year after year slowly, man. Like, I don't even know the feeling that I'm gonna feel, but you know, I believe it'll happen one day. But I'm just gonna go for the arrows on top of this zappies and the golden knight. Oh, we almost hit the flying machine. I can go for this like this. He might arrows that immediately though. Come on, kill the flying machine. Nice. That's really good actually. I'm gonna go mortar on the left hand side. It's pretty aggressive, but he's gonna go for the graveyard, or not the graveyard, the recruits in a second. So I'm gonna go for the cannon cart right now, and then I can go for the guards and the mega minion to block the recruits. Beautiful blockage right there. He's gonna have to play a lot of elixir to defend that. I can just go for my archers down low. Once again, he wastes his arrows. That's perfect for me. He still has to respond to that cannon carts because it's going to get his entire tower if he doesn't. So I'm just going to go for the mortar on the right-hand side while he's kind of distracted, if that makes sense. The Evo mortar is putting in work for me. That Zappy's about to die. I can go cannon cart the river. Okay, this is really good. I think he's on, like, basically no elixir. I can just go for a graveyard, potentially. Wait, let me chill. He's going to golden knight. I'm going to go for the mega minion like this to DPS. Yeah, this is perfect. I can go for my graveyard right about now with all this still tanking. This is such a good attack. I want to freeze this on 0. It's pretty aggressive, but I don't care. I'm going for it all at this point. The mega minion should walk towards tower and get a few swipes, and this is why the card is so good, dude. Like, look how much damage it does for just 3 elixir. That's like 1,000 right there. So he might go recruits or piggies at the river. I'm just going to go for my archers down low like this, and then probably defensive mortar. Yeah, he does go for the Evo recruits to back. This might be the first time all game I need to just focus solely on this defense and nothing else. Flying machine's out of rotation for a few cards at least, so we can use that to our advantage. Really, really bad zappies. I'm just going to arrows to kill all 3 of them, hopefully. Okay, the one zappy didn't move, but it's okay. That's still good damage. I can guard like this. Perfect. That's going to pull the recruits towards the middle. The mega minion's going to get some good DPS off as well, and I think we're honestly in a fine spot. Even with that ability, I don't care too much about it. I think we just go for the counter push. He's going to arrows these archers in a second, and then it's time. It's time, guys. It's time. Let's go for the graveyard. I can go for my Evo mortar like this. No! Oh my gosh, that timing is unreal. Wait, that's good though. That's going to kill the Zappies. He's dead, I think. That Mortar's going to shoot the Zappies. I can arrows them as well. That's perfect. They're all gone. And then the Goblins on tower. The Skellies on tower. 300 HP. I don't think that Mortar actually hits the tower. I could be wrong, but that is kind of depressing. I don't think it does. Yeah, it doesn't. Rip, dude. That would have been game right there, obviously, if I didn't get the bad timing on that. But I can just go Graveyard Freeze. I don't think he can stop this. So I'm just going to wait a second, freeze the Zappies, and that's game, I'm pretty sure. We just need like one skeleton hit. The arrows come down. Give me one. Give me one. G freaking G. What a game. And hope you guys enjoyed this video and my new deck that I made, and enjoy the Butch clip as well. It's a cute one. Peace.